Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to another episode of Top Tier Talk. Today we're on episode 5 of Matchweek 19 of the Premier League, and to take it away, we have Shavez on the Man United nil, Liverpool nil game.
Yep. So with this game, it was everyone said that it would be that stalemate 0-0, and sadly that's how it came about. One thing, it was actually the most viewed game I think ever Sky have put out. So
Really?
you can clearly see that when we're in a title race, you have a lot of people tuning in. With the game itself, I thought both teams can take positives. Uh, Liverpool with their defence, they have two midfielders playing at the back, so fair play to them for keeping a clean sheet. And even with us, we've had a defensive problem, so fair play to us for keeping a clean sheet. It's going to happen a lot more this season with no fans. You'll see a lot of these big games will just end up not being as good as they should be because the managers aren't as inclined to attack and win, which Liverpool should be because they're at Anfield. Yeah, there's nothing much more to say. Good job by Alisson just saving whatever he saved. If it
Yeah.
wasn't for him, we might have won. And yeah, it's just a pretty boring game.
Yeah, so when I tuned into the last bit of that game, I saw Alisson making two quality saves. That Pogba one should have gone in, and that Bruno Fernandes little slithery little shot should have gone in as well. But Alisson's
Yeah.
a top keeper, and so he saved them. And as you said, look, two midfielders, Henderson and Fabinho at the back. When I saw United attack, they weren't. Liverpool were looking like off, like really off. They were just, I don't know. United were attacking really well, and there's nothing really came from it. There was a time as well when Rashford was running, and like Cavani was running as well. I think he should have slotted him through, and then he didn't. So here we are, 0-0. But luckily, what you said last week, 4-0.
Yeah, I don't know where he got
Yeah.
that one from.
Do you know what? I might have to explain myself again. I thought we'd be more clinical. And even in that game where we didn't play as well as we should have, we could have won 2-0. It's Rashford, players like him and Martial, they're not producing the decisive moment in big games, which they have to if we want
Yeah.
to even be in a title race. I thought we were there. We're obviously not there, but we're not like far off. As you can see, we've matched Liverpool. As much as they are depleted, we still matched them on the day.
Were you hoping for a Bruno Fernandes penalty at that last moment?
Um, he wasn't on at the end. He got subbed off.
Yeah, I
You
know,
saw
poor
he was really
guy.
upset about it. Yeah, but that's what we want. I want to see people with passion who are upset to be subbed off. We haven't had someone like him around the dressing room in a while. So yeah, I'll take it as a positive.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Look, 0-0, but it's good for all our teams as well because then it gives, I guess, it gives Radio a chance to catch up as well in the league. Chelsea, you need to win all your games in the future now to keep catching up to that top four place as well. As likewise with us, we need to start winning our games. Like Palace, nil, us nil. We should have won that game, but we move. But moving on to the next game, Chelsea 1, Fulham nil. So Nick, take that away, buddy.
Yeah, it was 1-0. Obviously, could have been more. We had our chances, but they're really good going forward for them. They got a lot of threats. So I think overall it's another, like back the other week when I was saying about it's one of them games where if you just scrape it by the one goal or whatever, then so be it. Because the way this season's gone, it's all bottom teams fighting to come out of that drop zone.
Yeah.
Are putting in the performances and getting the points out of it at the moment. So yeah, I think obviously they went down to 10 men. I think personally that was a red card. I don't know about you, but personally I think the follow through on the challenge I think was I think just the VAR system saw that as foul play, and rightly so. No, obviously each. However the ref saw it, well, I think that was a red. So they went down to 10 men, but we had our chances to make it like 2-3-0, 4-0, but just beating like a 10 men Fulham side 1-0, I don't think it's good enough. Like I think when they have the 11 men, I think that we should make it easier for ourselves. We should at least be like a couple of goals up already, and and then get that insurance goal. But no, I think Mount getting the winner. I think all 3 points at the moment for us is crucial. So it's a big win, even against a side like Fulham.
Well, Mount's a little wheezy trying to chip in when Azpilicueta got injured, isn't he? Trying to act like he's got all the muscles on the field, like trying to big himself up to that guy. But guys, I've got to ask you a question before we move on to Amir. Do you think that was a red card? And I'm going to start. So for me, I honestly think that was never a red card. People saying it's all reckless and everything, but if you look in the book, I think reckless is just a yellow card. And for me, it wasn't even reckless. You look at VAR, you look at the angles, and he's gone in for tackle. So if you're giving that as a red card, like realistically, we're all footballers here. So if you give that as a red card, you're basically saying to like most footballers out there, you're not allowed to tackle without getting a card, and that's fucking stupid in my opinion.
Well, it's all like how people interpret the challenge, isn't it? It's like what your view of it is really like.
You're a Chelsea fan, aren't you?
No, but I'm not
narrow.
actually. No, but I'm not actually being biased here. I'm saying like generally, if you're saying about like the tackling thing, like I'm saying, however you go into challenge for the ball, whether you end up getting the man instead of the ball, all challenges are different. So, not to say that you can't tackle without getting a card, but I think just the way he went in, it was like kind of rash. So, as well as him intending to get the ball, he got most of the man, if you know what I mean. So, I think rightly so, it was a red. I don't know.
It's one of those. If the ref didn't give a red, then VAR would have looked at it and it wouldn't have given a red. So it's like the ref's decision has the most power.
There's no consistency with VAR, isn't it? There's just it's more or less like the game's about the ref nowadays, so they feel like they have the power. But I don't know, like let's say for example, if it was a 2-foot and he like an Eric Cantona kicked him square in the chest or in the leg, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
fair enough.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But the way he went in, he like went sideways in, and unfortunately, he got the man. But that's nothing more than a yellow for me. I don't know.
It's one of them challenges.
Yeah, but reckless, as I said, it's like a yellow. That's nothing more than yellow. If you look in the book, so
it did look dangerous. He could have really hurt Azpilicueta.
Yeah,
sorry, it's a contact sport. Fucking hell, what were you gonna like play tiddlywinks? Do you know what I mean?
It is, but then like you look at other players like Salah and whatever, they're like known for diving. Azpilicueta weren't actually diving. Like he did actually get caught quite bad by that.
Well, like a speck of dust hits his elbow and he's gone down like a sack of potatoes.
You're saying as if there was no challenge at all.
Look, I'm saying if you go to like a lower league kind of side and someone gets challenged like that, they're not going to fucking wobble about like they've just been shot in the leg.
I mean, as I said back the other week, didn't I? I said it's all VAR now and cameras and
it's ridiculous. Yeah.
So there you go.
So Amir, what do you have to extend to that about?
I thought we were lucky to get the win. I think the red card did help us. Fulham did have chances. Did you see the Cavallero one where he hit it over? It was nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice play. I'm happy we got the win, but Nick's right, it wasn't good enough. It didn't look like a convincing performance. I know Fulham have done well. They got the draw with Tottenham last week, but I feel like we should have got 2-3, get the confidence up. I don't know about Werner.
What do you guys think about Werner?
It's not Werner. It's
just a poor man's Lacazette, isn't he? Poor guy,
No, but you shouldn't say that. You shouldn't say poor man's Lacazette. Why are you putting them two in the same sentence when Lacazette's been better?
Well, that's true. Yeah, sorry. Lacazette's up here. Werner, I guess you're right. Sorry,
Werner would have been better.
Would have been, but he hasn't yet.
There's a lot of
if he got waffle. I
mean, I'm just gonna about a waffle emoji. Look.
No, Werner, yawn.
Yeah, you, Gimp.
No, Shavez. He would have been better, obviously, if he got more into the groove since he's joined, but he hasn't got started. But I think that Werner, Amir, you're right. I watched his 1-on-1, and he put it. I thought, oh, here we go. You know, I know we played like he got the minutes against Morecambe and whatever, and it's a fucking side where you like should be spanking, which we did, and he got the run out, and it hopefully would have given him the confidence. I thought, oh, this 1-on-1, like break your duck, score, and give this actually score in the league, and he put it wide, and I thought, fucking hell, like. You should be
on.
The boys in the group chat. Do you remember our reaction to it?
Them 1-on-1s is right. Like in the Bundesliga, you would have started it, but I don't know what it is with them. Like them 1-on-1s, it'd score like 3-4 of them in one game for Leipzig.
Yeah, very true.
To add on that, it's just lack of confidence in my opinion. I think it's that. It's got to be. It's nothing else because he's got the ability. He did the hard stuff. One thing I do want to say about that game is I thought Hudson-Odoi should have started. I thought he was a bit unfair on him not to start. So, I hope he does start the next game. I do hope.
Do you reckon it could be like a lack of fans as well? Do you reckon like the moral support of like the fans?
Could be a fan thing, yeah. I think as I was saying about the scenarios, just fans and it's all weird at the moment, isn't it? We ain't got no support. No team's got any support, but I think generally if he got the fans, man, I know Leipzig fans are very loud. They're very rare, and so
Unlike
he used
Chelsea
to have that. A lot like Chelsea.
Yeah,
I don't know about the Emirates and the library.
Yeah.
Library. The only thing though,
but as I said, he had that back there, but we ain't got it at the moment. So it could be that. It could be like a number of things.
Yeah.
Physicality,
Have a word with him, Nick. Give him a quick message on Instagram.
I'll
at the same time,
Go on,
I'll
mate.
get on the
chip
old
in.
blower. Don't worry.
At the same time, the fans could have been on his back as well with the lack of good performances. So
Yeah.
he could kind of spin it that way. He's away at Fulham. Like, imagine the abuse he'd get if he did miss
50-50.
that.
Tell you
It
what,
would
mate,
have
that
been
might
right
bring
in
the
front of the
best.
fans as well.
Yeah, it might bring the best out of him though.
Yeah.
It might
Yeah,
get a few Fs and blinds, and be like, all
egg him
right,
on.
yeah.
Right, well, yeah,
100% true.
fair enough. It's a jammy win for Chelsea. Hopefully they can't start losing for the sake of Arsenal. But hopefully for you guys, I guess they pick up their performance a little bit and Werner finds his right foot. But
jammy win, but a good win, I think.
That's it. Well, yeah,
Needed
3
win.
points is 3 points, isn't it? So take it.
Needed, yeah.
But moving on, Nick, Radia, 4-0, Man City Palace. What do you think of that, buddy?
Yeah, it was a pretty routine win. I thought Stones again and Diaz, I think people this season can clearly see they got a special partnership. Obviously, I think, like we were saying with Timo Werner, it's all about confidence. The Stones over the last 2 years has not been great, but something about his confidence this season has changed it when he looks a completely different player.
Yeah.
Palace didn't really threaten in the game. There wasn't much to them. We sort of controlled it. Obviously, Gundogan again, completely running the midfield. I think he's had a quality season, and even Sterling's free kick at the end, it was a bit out of nowhere. But I think again, it would have done his confidence a world of good because he's not sort of hit the heights he did at the last 2-3 seasons.
Yeah.
But I think that free kick goal could be something to sort of twist it. But yeah, looked solid at the back and seems like we've actually worked out to start scoring again. So yeah,
That's exactly it. Yeah, no, I watched that game actually, a little bit of it. I remember, I'll tell you what, Gundogan is an actual beast. He is tanking that midfield. I tell you what. Yeah, he is, honestly. I remember him from Dortmund. He was actually quality. And now he's actually kind of weaseled his way back into the City, starting 11. He is quality. Did you see his goal? Whew.
Yeah, I think a lot of people use him as a scapegoat as well for when we lose games. But I think he gets unfairly treated. It's not his fault when the midfield's consisting of, it's unbalanced. Playing 2 CDMs and a cam, and he's the one that's being used as a scapegoat. It's not his fault.
Yeah, true. It's unfortunate. Obviously, he's got the likes of De Bruyne in front of him that he can't really fit into a position like that. So it's
what an assist, by the way.
Great assist, outside of his boot.
Yeah.
Great normal quality.
All the goals were bangers. All the goals were bangers that game, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. Marlon smiling. What are we smiling about? And anyone else get anything to add about that, Daniel? You haven't heard of you much this episode.
No, I was going to chip in during the Chelsea thing, but you moved on. But no, it's City Palace. City Palace, Nick said a routine win. You did literally expect nothing less. Obviously, you look at Chelsea and Arsenal, and even Man United over recent years, they're also against the likes of Palace and Brighton and teams like that. But Man City very, very rarely come apart against the lower teams. They tend
unless
to
it's Arsenal, of course.
4, 5, 6.
Oh,
you're saying you're a lower end team, yeah?
Yeah.
Or as I've seen myself, 8-0 against teams at that end of the table. So you'd expect that.
So Championship,
FA Cup final.
Heartbreak.
What were you going to say about Chelsea, though?
Yeah, what were you going to say?
Yeah, say about your Chelsea.
When you were talking about Werner and his confidence.
Werner.
However you want to pronounce it. Obviously, you were saying about his confidence and stuff like that. Do you reckon his head would eventually start turning if he's not going to score the goals in the league and not not being in form? Do you reckon his head will turn and he'll want to go back to Germany or
This ain't Love Island, Dad. His head's not going to turn to a different bird or something like that.
That's a valid point.
You know what I mean?
Where's he
You
going
know
to
what
go
I
at the
mean?
moment? Where's he going to go? Oxy Jets. Find me.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
What is
Yeah.
his value? What is his value right now? 20 million?
Fucking hell. His form at the moment, he'd be lucky to get into Jets first team, wouldn't he?
Do you know
It'd
what
be
I
a
mean? Yeah.
Morata, wouldn't it?
Nick,
Morata
even your
went
left
back
back
to
clearance
Spain.
would be better than his right foot.
You're right back clearance.
Yeah.
No, but it'd be like a Morata then, wouldn't it? Go back to Madrid.
Oh, Morata
Yeah,
at Chelsea was dog.
That started to work out for him. Obviously, he ended up back at Juventus, and I know he missed a couple of sitters and became a meme, but he scored a couple there as well. But obviously, as a player, it's got to be in the back of your mind that they could.
Early days
for
for that.
It's too early to say
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, well, it's fair enough. 3 decent results for all your teams, I guess. Well, not for you, Shavez. Screw your title chances. I generally hope City
4-0,
absolutely
4-0.
stomp the league now, because I do not want United fans absolutely waffling on, saying, "Oh, look at us." Where?
I
Do
hate
not want
United
that.
fans, but I do want to
Just to see
change.
a
I wouldn't
row.
mind United or
You
Leicester.
do want to
winning.
change? Yeah, all right. Get Frank Lampard out of the club.
I'll take it.
No, not at all. You got to trust in the process, bro.
Nah, bro.
I don't believe in any managerial processes.
Yeah, Watford though. You've
Yeah.
had about 18. You've had more managers than I have birthdays. But okay, well, sorry, Nick. Do you see how no one laughed at that? You fucking mong. There, look down. Yeah.
You're fucking banter. No one
Yeah,
laughed at
yeah,
that.
all right. Shh. Okay. Right. Okay, I'm going to move on to my team now. It's a prediction for the game in 40 minutes. Arsenal Newcastle. Do you know what? It's going to be a tough one if we do not play the team of my choice. Nah, I'm joking. Well, it's actually true as well at the same time, because I feel like if we don't play the likes of Partey, Tierney,
Teams out. Sorry to interrupt. Teams out. Have a look.
is it?
Yeah, and the
Yeah,
two
he's
players
out.
you've said are starting.
Partey's in. You're right.
Party's in. Party started 11. There you go. Well,
Yeah, you're
And
right.
Tierney's in.
who's starting? Who's next to him? Who's next to Party? Xhaka. Okay, yeah, Xhaka had a good game
Well,
against
Tierney's
Better
back.
Palace. He had a great game.
Partey-
Tierney.
Party was out, wasn't he? But he's just come back from injury. no?
To be fair, I do love Cedric playing right back instead of Bellerin. Bellerin's just a fucking like lost cause. He's just like walking back like that all the time.
Yeah,
we're
innit? Just ready for the fashion show.
Yeah. North Face.
Planting trees.
Yeah. Who else? So okay, yeah, Martinelli on the bench. Fair enough. Yeah, okay. That's a decent team. You know, we got Saka, Aubameyang, Lacazette, and Smith Rowe. The next Ozil. What do you think about that? The next Ozil? To be fair.
Yeah, Ozil. That was today, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I think our team should give him a quick goodbye. But I guess it's not all the paperwork's done yet.
Underwhelmed.
Oh,
No, the
the thing
paperwork's
is,
done,
if he got the right time to play, Ozil on his day was like one of the best
Better
assist
than De
men.
Bruyne in his prime.
That's up for debate.
I'd take Ozil.
That's up for debate, but I know where you're coming from in terms of assist wise, yeah, because he was on his day, he was unreal for you. Like the amount of goals you'd get and chances created from him was unbelievable.
Yeah, he was
I
top
think
quality.
that's going to be. I think that's what you're missing now, actually. And when you've been down the bottom a bit
We've got
before you've started,
We've replaced him.
that's what you've missed. No, but you've missed Ozil in his prime.
Yeah.
All this time,
Yeah,
you know.
and Sanchez, Alexis.
Sanchez, yeah, because when he went to United, he was awful. But
Yeah,
he was
prime Arsenal Sanchez was gorgeous, wasn't he? But actually, moving on to that Arsenal Newcastle game, just looking at that lineup now, do you know what? There's no real reason why we should lose that game.
No.
Some quality names in that side. There's no. Actually, fucking hell, I can't even speak. I'm thankful that Williams on the bench. You know, I'm thankful that fucking hell Nenny's on the bench. Donkey Bellerin's on the bench. I'm happy that Gabriel's on the bench though, because he's just come back. So that'll give it. Hopefully, he gets like subbed on midway through. I don't know if he will, but for me, I reckon it'll be 4-1 win. I'm gonna go for a 4-1 win. You know what? I'm going ballsy. No. I'm going ballsy. Look, if it'll backfire. But
in a game for that.
yeah,
I think
watch Smith Rowe.
somehow, in somewhat way, your ancestry, you and Shavez are related.
Ancestry.
With that prediction,
Oh, yeah.
4-0 and 4-1. Like, fuck me.
What, against
Like-
Newcastle? No, I have a legitimate
No.
kind of.
I know, all right.
Struggled.
Chavez's was a bit different.
Yeah, against
Like
Liverpool.
4-0 against Liverpool. But I know maybe not 4. Maybe like a comfortable 2-0 would be good for you at the moment. I think.
Yeah.
I think like not as many, just as long as you get the 3 points because you need them, you know.
Oh, 100%. That's what I'm saying. I'm guessing 4-1 because I'm just looking at our squad, and we should, if everyone's on their game today, it should be a comfortable win because we beat them in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like if they're not on their game, then I would hope for like a 1-0, like a cheeky little like Chelsea win as well. But I don't know. Yeah, that's all I'm hoping for. But that wraps up this match week 19 for this week. But we'll be covering Leicester, Chelsea, Man City, Villa, Arsenal, Southampton, and Man United, Fulham. So we'll start with the Chelsea boys. The Stella drinking, wife beaters, win! Yeah.
Up the Chelsea.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So Nick, start off. What do you reckon the score will be? Leicester, Chelsea.
I'm going to go with 2-1 Chelsea. I think that Leicester will most probably score against us. I think that we can be compact with our defence, and Silva gets our defence compact. And Mendy's obviously been half decent in goal since he's come. But I think against the runner play with Leicester's attack going forward, I think they'll definitely score. Mm-hmm. I think that it'll be 1-1 the majority of the game because it will be one of them end-to-end games. Yeah. I think we're both looking for the 3 points, aren't we, to get up there and contend near the top. So I think we'll grab maybe not a late goal, but late-ish goal. Hopefully. Even if it's not a penalty, like anything set piece, just as long as we get, it doesn't matter. Like as we said, getting just the win by 1 goal matters. Like the 3 points is massive because so touchwood we win. Yeah,
fair enough. Amir, what do you think about it, mate? What do you reckon?
This game I'm not too confident. Leicester are doing really well right now, so it's going to be really tough for us, especially top 6 side. We haven't got a good record against the top 6 this season, but I'll go 1-0 Chelsea. I think it's going to be a close one. Could go either way, I don't know, but it's going to be really tough. Yeah,
fair enough.
Yeah, by 1 goal, I reckon.
100%.
Well, I hope it's a draw for my team's sake as well. I'm just hoping all the top 6 teams just draw until we keep our way back up. But moving on, Man City Villa. Nick, what do you think about that? That's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, considering how Villa are playing this year, it probably looks like it. But you know the way we're playing at the moment, I can't really see teams scoring against us. So I reckon it'll be a sort of comfortable 2-3-0.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's so much confidence this season with the back four, like. Even the creativity that João Cancelo brings. So I reckon 2-0, 3-0.
Nice. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Maybe they might get a cheeky little Jack Grealish goal, and then his market value for United will probably go up 50 million again. Chavez, would you pay 150 mil for Jack Grealish?
150?
Yeah.
You'd pay anything for that man.
No.
That's a lot of money.
What's the maximum you'd pay for that man?
Blimey, that sounded like a Roy Keane comment. I wouldn't pay anything for that man.
Yeah, he's always waffling on this guy's afterwards. He's always just unhappy. Like his wife just sent him a text like he's just going to get a fucking beating when he gets home. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, the other United lads are just not putting in passion.
Oh, God, this team. And De Gea. I'll be throwing punches at the guy.
Yeah. He's such a waffler.
How much did you pay?
Yeah, how much did you pay for Grealish?
120.
20.
What? You said about
that's like Dembele price, isn't it?
What?
Bellerin price?
No, Dembele.
Oh, Bellerin. I was like, I'd get 120 off Bellerin.
That's a lot.
I'd pay 80, 90. I thought you were going to say like fucking 50 mil, like being that he said he'd pay next to nothing for him.
They paid
see, we're linked with him. You see, Arsenal's linked with Grealish.
You're not going to get him. Can't afford him.
You ain't getting him.
Nah, come on.
You can pay it.
Nah.
City would get him for like 300 million probably.
City would get him. Can I just quickly add about City?
No, you can't. No, Jackie, go on, yeah. Go on, what do you want to say?
No, I just want to add how my prediction for the league this season is going.
Yeah.
No, and I think like credit where it's due. I think Nick now, like I said about your form, like you look at the draw between United and Liverpool yesterday. That was massive for you. You got 2 games in hand. Well, you had yours yesterday, won it easily, 4-0, comfortable. Now you got your other game, and you can go top. Like so, I think that
City top.
You're on some form at the moment. Like your players on form. You've got at the moment Stones, De Bruyne, Foden, Sterling didn't get a goal yesterday. Like Sterling has been out of the picture a bit, hasn't he? But that free kick's unbelievable.
It's weird as well because, like, you know, all the pundits in November are like, oh, you know, City in the title race, they're already out. And
pundits, though, isn't it? They're just such monks.
It's all Carragher and Neville. They're all for United.
They're top tier spastics, honestly.
Yeah, they're all just so biased. But I think that, as I said, Nick, I said, like, all it takes is your little run of form and your games, and you'll fly. You're doing it at the moment, aren't you?
Exactly. Yeah.
Credit where it's due.
Very much so. Okay, moving on to my game against Southampton after this game today. Arsenal Southampton. I don't know. Could go either way. If Southampton on it, there could be like a draw. If both on it, it could be a draw. But I reckon I'm going to go for my gut. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win. 2-1 win for Arsenal. I've got to go for it.
Danny Ings is still out, I think.
Yeah, he's out.
He's still out.
All right, Adam's hat-trick.
Adam's hat-trick. Yeah, all right. Waffle. And Shavez to end it off. Man United, Fulham, midweek fixture.
Oh, here we go. What's he going to go for 10 this week?
Classic us away from home. I'll go 2-0. Hopefully we rotate as well a bit.
Cavani. Get Cavani on score
We'll see
sheet.
Donny Van de Beek play.
Van de Beek.
He's got
Tarzan, yeah.
Van de Beek's going to get 1 goal or 1 minute this week. What's going to happen?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no.
He is so underplayed. It's a joke.
Like, why sign him? Player like Van de Beek, you've got to sign him, and he's got to be in your fucking starting 11 every game.
Fred.
Yeah,
why did
you?
We're top of the league with those players. Mate.
You're top of the league by
12.
scrapes. Yeah, by scrapes though. Shavez.
But we're top.
Yeah, but you're saying that.
Yeah, but City, when City play Villa, because I reckon Fulham will win 1-0.
Yeah, but what you're saying, Shavez, like, all right, you're top at the moment, but Van de Beek should be playing either way, with them players or without. All I'm saying is he'd replace Fred for me. Like, I know you're there at the moment, Shavez, but I'm telling you now, City are going to overtake you with whatever players you play because they're on a run of form now and they'll fly.
Yeah,
100%, man.
Well,
before you end, I'm just going to shoehorn in my Watford propaganda.
60 seconds.
Right, go. I'm timing you. Go. 60 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. Well, on the weekend, we beat Huddersfield 2-0, cleverly with the world's best goal. Best goal you're going to see this season. About a yard out.
World's best goal this season.
Let him have his moment.
Pedro with another goal. He said he's aiming for 15. He's on 6 already. Player to watch there, Joao Pedro. We've got Barnsley tomorrow, which game we should be winning, and Stoke on Friday on Sky Sports. If anyone's free on a Friday evening, 7:45 kickoff. Stoke against Watford.
I sound like that local geezer down fucking local spoons, doesn't he?
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought he was going to say pop down for a few sherbets, but it's lockdown down.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
We're going to get a cold midweek game.
He's body 81, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, louder than both your stadiums combined.
Oh, whatever, I like waffle. Right, anyway.
That's it, 60 seconds up.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Daniel Brand. You gimp. Right, okay. Well, we're going to end it there, boys. Thank you to everyone who's watched today. What is it? We got new channels now. We got new social media out. We're on Twitter, so I'll link that in the bio. And we've also got our TikTok out. So I'll put that in the bio as well if you want to give it a look as well. Be a little bit of bloopers and all that in there as well. So give it a look. But for now, thank you very much for watching and take care.